The CityLift paratransit service provides door-to-door transportation for people with disabilities and mobility challenges in the Peoria area. Anyone who can't board or disembark a fixed-route bus or who can't access a bus stop may be eligible. To see if you qualify, call 309-679-8183 to receive an application by mail. Pick up an application at the Transit Center or visit ridecitylink.org and download the application. Not all applicants will qualify. Each one-way trip costs $2 per person. Cash is accepted with correct change, or passengers may opt to pay with tickets that can be purchased by mail, phone, at the Transit Center, at the Administrative Office on Jefferson, or online. No one is permitted to ride without payment. CityLift serves Peoria, Peoria Heights, West Peoria, and East Peoria weekdays from 5 a.m. until 12:45 a.m., Saturday from 7:30 until 10:30, and Sunday from 7:30 until 7. Peak in service hours are weekdays only, 6:45 until 6:30. Holidays will affect service hours. All CityLift rides must be scheduled by calling 309-999-3667 between the hours of 8 and 5. Reservations may be made up to 14 days in advance or as late as 1 day before the requested time. Please know the rider's name, telephone number, and departure location, whether a personal care attendant or companion will accompany, if a service animal will accompany, information about any relevant mobility device, the exact address of the destination, the date and time the rider wants to arrive at the destination, and specific information about the return trip if applicable. To cancel a ride, call the reservation number at least 2 hours before the pickup time. 15 minutes on either side of the pickup time is considered the pickup window, and passengers should be ready to travel during this time. Drivers are only able to wait 5 minutes for a passenger within this pickup window. The driver will knock or ring the doorbell before departing. If a passenger misses a pickup window on a return trip, the reservation number should be called to attempt to reschedule. A personal care attendant may accompany a passenger at no charge if there is an ADA certification stipulating the passenger's need for a PCA. CityLift does not provide attendance. One guest may ride with a passenger if space is available and the guest pays the $2 one-way trip fee. Service animals are allowed on CityLift vehicles if they are leashed and do not take up a seat. The passenger is responsible for keeping the animal under control. Small pets and protective carriers are also allowed on CityLift vehicles. Carriers cannot occupy seats, seating areas, or obstruct pathways on the vehicles. Service animals and pets must not disturb others, and drivers may remove any animals that act aggressively or pose a threat to others. Packages are permitted on CityLift vehicles as long as they fit on the passenger's lap or immediately in front of the seat, and the passenger remains in control of the packages during the trip. Children under 13 years old must be accompanied by a responsible party. Children under 8 or who weigh less than 40 pounds must be secured in an approved child safety seat provided by the passenger. Strollers must be collapsed to fit between the seat and the passenger. Non-collapsible strollers are prohibited. The CityLift driver will assist passengers in and out of the vehicle and to and from the entrance or exit of a building as long as the pathways are safe to traverse. If a passenger requests a pickup on private property, the driver will make a reasonable effort to gain access from the property owner. However, the driver will not violate the law or disobey lawful restrictions. A passenger may eat or drink on a CityLift vehicle if there's a medical condition that requires it. Taking medicine on a CityLift vehicle is also allowed. Drivers may handle passenger fare if the passenger needs assistance. The driver is not required to reach into pockets, purses, or backpacks. CityLift drivers are prohibited from entering a passenger's home and will not assist a passenger with a wheelchair on stairs. Drivers may not assist passengers further than the front lobby of a commercial building. During unfavorable weather, expect delays and possible cancellations. It's the passenger's responsibility to ensure driveways and walkways are clear of snow and ice. Each passenger must use a seat belt. If using a wheelchair, the chair must be secured to the van to prevent it from moving. The lap and shoulder belt provided by the manufacturer must be used. CityLift will transport all mobility devices that are deemed safe to transport. and may refuse to board passengers with unsafe devices. The weight must not exceed the limit of the lift, which is usually between 800 and 1,000 pounds. A wheelchair user may board a vehicle separately from the wheelchair if the lift weight is exceeded. It's recommended that the wheelchair is backed onto the lift, the brakes are locked, the power is turned off if necessary, and the driver will assist with entering the vehicle. It's against the law for CityLift to give priority to one trip over another, and passengers cannot request a specific driver. Visitors to our Peoria service areas may use CityLift without registering for up to 21 days beginning on the date of the first trip. Likewise, if a CityLift customer would like to receive services from another transit system, the name, phone number, and fax number of the desired transit service should be provided to CityLift by calling this number. CityLift offers limited subscription service for customers with repetitive trips to and from the same locations. Subscription service customers don't need to call to reserve each trip. The availability of subscription services is limited, so some customers may be placed on a waiting list. Changes and cancellations to subscription service trips must be made by calling the reservation number to prevent dismissal from the service. All CityLift passengers have an obligation to contribute to safety and are expected to adhere to the Greater Peoria Mass Transit District Passenger Conduct Policy. CityLift Paratransit Service is proud to serve all locations in the Greater Peoria Mass Transit District and is ready to pick up passengers like you soon. Call 309-679-8183 with questions.